Hello, and welcome to BridgeTower Media's Women of Influence Awards Gala. Thanks so much for joining us. I am Allison Zisco, Editor-in-Chief of HFN and Executive Editor of Home Accents Today, and I will be your host. First, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Women of Influence. Each brand in our publishing group chose one woman to celebrate for her leadership skills, strategic vision, business accomplishments, entrepreneurial talents, and dedication to causes and initiatives. We have also selected one woman from across our multiple industries that we believe is a rising star who will reshape how our industries hire, support, and promote both women and men of color. And last but not least, we recognize our legacy honoree, who is chosen from among and by the women whom we honored last year. You will learn more about each of these women this afternoon and hear from them about how women's leadership roles have changed during their tenure and what challenges still remain. We will also hear from our keynote speaker, Russo, about how women can take on a greater leadership roles in both their personal and professional lives. I'd like to extend a special thank you to our headline sponsor, Crestview Collection, and to the Lee family. We have a special message from Annie Lee.
Hello, everyone. My name is Annie Lee. On behalf of Crestview Collection, we are so excited to be part of this wonderful event to influence, lift, and empower women in our industry. First, I wanted to congratulate all the nominees for their amazing work and accomplishments. Reading about all that you have done has been so inspirational. I wanted to share with you all a little bit about my journey and how I helped lay the foundation to build a company like a Crestview Collection. When I came to study abroad in America from Taiwan 36 years ago, I arrived with one simple suitcase and $400 cash in my pocket. It definitely took courage to jump into the unknown. But I had a goal and dream by my future. At that time, I didn't know exactly what that goal would be. I even thought I wanted to be a minister at one point in college, so I majored in biblical studies. However, I ended up in business and economics. When I married my husband Jerry 31 years ago, he introduced me to the home furniture world. Jerry had a vision, and I want to be a part of his vision. In the beginning, I was like a sponge. I listened and tried to learn as much as I could. I also act like an octopus with many arms, reaching out and learning from multiple areas around me. I just wanted to help Jerry make the best decision on any matter, big or small. I often get asked, how did I begin my journey to build this Crestview family? Well, I would say it took patience, teamwork, and courage. But what really comes to mind is something I call my golden words that I try to live by every day, and I'm sure many of you are also familiar with them, as it was famously spoken by Steve Jobs. Stay hungry, stay foolish. These 4 words has been driving me for the past 15 years and still motivate me to grow more and more each day. I have been in the industry for over 30 years now, and Jerry and I work as partners, and often he depends on me to sign the checks. We always remember to stay hungry and stay foolish. Now, what do I mean by foolish? I mean to be open-minded and willing to learn because then you will not only have more opportunities in your life, but you will also have less problems adjusting the changing world. Through years of hard work, Crestview Collection now has a strong foundation, and I credit the successes to God and all He has given me to lift me to where I am. Faith has been a pillar to my success. Now, every day, I want to share my experience and spread my faith to others around me. I always tell people that I truly believe that as long as you do your very best every single day, everything will fall into place. You don't have to always need to fight or argue to win. Silence and kindness will take you far. As women, we are many times stereotyped to certain roles in this field. But this industry is changing every day, and we have proven that we can all be successful across the board as sales managers, IT experts, designers, CEOs, and more. So I want to encourage you all to always strive to grow and learn something new every day, and don't give up. Look at us now. Even in this time of uncertainty with this pandemic going on, we have found ways to stay connected through technology and video calls. Today, we celebrate the success of you all, amazing women, and all that you have accomplished. Although we cannot be physically together, that has not stopped us to find joy and find new ways to virtually hold this event. We didn't give up. I hope you all are staying safe, and remember to always have faith and be courageous. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie, for that great message. It is my great pleasure to introduce you to Patricia Russo, Executive Director of the Yale Campaign School, which is a nonpartisan, issue-neutral political campaign training program for people interested in running for public office or managing campaign. Patty is focused on improving the quality of life for women. For over 25 years, she has held numerous leadership positions in public, private, and not-for-profit organizations centered on women's rights. She has also held leadership positions on federal, state, and local political campaigns. She is a member of the National Leadership Team of Political Parity, a bipartisan initiative dedicated to increasing the number of women in elected office. She also serves on the advisory board of the Women to Women Tour of the Main Street Partnership and the Republican Women for Progress. For over 23 years, she served as a member of Connecticut's Permanent Commission on the Status of Women. She also is an honorary member of the National Coalition of 100 Black Women. While an undergraduate student, Russo served as an intern to U.S. Congresswoman Bella S. Abzug, who inspires her to this day. Please know that Patty will join us later this afternoon during our cocktail hour and would be happy to answer any questions you might have. During her address, you can send questions using the chat feature at the bottom of your screen. So without further ado, I bring you Patty Russo.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I feeling the love here tonight. Hello, Women of Influence. I'm so sorry I'm not there with you, but I know we're going to have a great time together anyway. I'm looking forward to talking with you via Zoom during our cocktail party hour portion of the evening. Just want to remind you all that whether or not you know it, you are all women of influence. Sometimes we're so busy being influential, we need others to shine a light on us to remind us of that. So it's so wonderful to be here with you via Zoom to celebrate 9 exceptional women of influence. Congratulations, Christy, Polly, Judy, Connie, Nora, Veronica, Caroline, Jackie, and rising star, Kia. Special thanks to Allison Zisco for finding me. Even in the middle of our pandemic, nothing stopped her. Let's take a step back and recall our old lives in March. You remember your old life. No masks, no pandemic, no plummeting economy, just busy leading our lives, filling our cars with gas, stopping by for a quick manicure, maybe getting our hair done, grocery shopping, the cleaners and our job. Remember all that? Fast forward to now. People describe this moment in our history, friends, as surreal, scary, anxiety-producing. How to deal with all of the unknowing. When will we get back to normal? How often have we heard that? And what might that look like after this? When I think back to March, I think to myself, okay, hey, it's a virus. I've had a virus before. This will all be figured out in a week, maybe two, and then we'll just go back to normal. We'll just go back to leading our lives. And after those 2 weeks, well, I had a bit of a temper tantrum. What's up with this? What's taking so long? Why are we not ready? Why don't we have a vaccine? Why have I had to cancel everything, and I mean everything, on my calendar? I lead an outside life thanks to my amazing job at the campaign school at Yale. It's comprised of extraordinary, fun, inspiring, substantive meetings, lunches, and dinners with incredible people. I'm rarely home, and I love it that way, or so I thought. So yes, a bit of a temper tantrum when it looked as if everything that I loved about my life and the way in which I led it vanished. And then I got sick. We all got sick together with COVID-19. Quarantining sick together, my husband, my daughter, my son-in-law, down for the count. Despite bubbling myself up, masks, gloves, disinfectant, nothing saved us. The good news, we were able to recover at home. We all have heard stories of those with the virus who have not been so fortunate. The virus was vicious. I was exhausted. I could not taste or smell for weeks. All we did was sleep for weeks. In the middle of week 2, I recall thinking, am I ever going to feel myself again? Is that wild, zany energy of mine that I thrive on ever going to return? In that moment of unknowing, I had to trust that if I was lucky, it would, and it did. However, it was not on my timetable. The virus had its own. In the middle of all this, I had a nonprofit organization to run. I run a nonpartisan, issue-neutral political campaign training program for women running for public office. Presently, we have hundreds of our alumni running throughout the country for a variety of public offices with no idea how to run effectively in a pandemic. Normally, March kicks off peak door-to-door campaign time. Well, nobody's opening their door to talk to you right now. April and May, there are many meetings, festivals, and other opportunities to meet and greet voters. That wasn't happening either. It's then that we began offering free Zoom call presentations for not only our alumni, but for anyone who's never run in a pandemic before. The response has been overwhelming. We have 200 to 300 attendees each week sign up for our sessions. We are leading them as we learn ourselves what their needs are and how best to get them successfully to the finish line on election day. Campaigning, like life, is all about connection. How do I make a meaningful connection with my voters when I don't have access to them? I can't even see them. We led them through the morass of challenges faced while campaigning in a pandemic to critical acclaim. This I affectionately refer to as my pandemic silver lining. I have experienced many other pandemic silver linings, little gifts of joy that greet me each and every day. My family is together and we are well. We have yummy and fun family dinners every night, and we talk about our day. Funny, even though we're all here in the same home, we're busy working remotely in our corners of the house. I'm in my office off the kitchen. Of course, I'm Italian. Where else would I be? My husband's in his study, and the kids are working remotely on the dining room table within peeping distance. One day, I remember looking up to see my kids laughing as they worked, my husband grabbing another piece of banana bread. Yes, a whole lot of cooking and baking going on. And I took it all in, beaming and feeling so grateful. The other thing I realized, wow, I have a beautiful home. I do, a lovely home. It's beautifully decorated with all of our various treasures from when we lived in Japan. I actually found myself taking a break from my Zoom calls one day to make a cup of tea and walk around my home. I sat in the living room and enjoyed a whole different view I had never experienced before. I don't want to say I took it all for granted, that it would always be there, but I did. And now I practically weep at the beauty that surrounds me each day. A pandemic silver lining. And I'm sure many of you have friends, and perhaps yourselves are juggling many new and exciting jobs now that we are at home. How many are you now your children's teachers? Soon to be camp counselors. I have a friend who was so busy helping her 2 children, both in middle school, stay in place for their classes each day in front of their laptops, that she didn't begin her workday until 4 o'clock. Or how about one of my favorite reporters, Stephanie Rule, who did not miss a beat as she reported on the latest COVID numbers, all the while beyond the camera, soothing a very unhappy little boy on her lap. That's just what we do. It's who we are as a gender. We multitask. So many of our frontline essential workers are women, finally getting the recognition they so richly deserve, often having to quarantine away from their own families to do their jobs, to be there for all of us. How may I be of service right now, we ask. What can I do to make the world a better place? In place? How can I soothe the pain of those struggling right now? How may I be influential? Here's the beauty of action. It can be small, yet mean the world to someone you touch. I have many friends who are quarantining home alone. Friends, they are lonely. Yes, they'd love to hear from you. That is another pandemic silver lining. People are at home and available to talk. I can't tell you how many times people have called, have thanked me for reaching out. My pandemic rule, if someone comes to mind, rather than letting that thought go like a cloud in the sky, I pick up the phone if I have a few minutes and I give them a call, or I write it down and I call them later. When we were sick, 4 friends took it upon themselves to organize homemade soup to be left at our front door each day. Have I seen them yet to thank them? Not yet, but I sure made sure I told them how much I love them for taking such good care of us. Now I'm making soup for others. I've had friends lose loved ones right now. I've been to 2 Zoom memorial services. It's not the same as being there, but still reaching out to someone who's had a recent loss right now means the world. Do you feel comfortable working at a food pantry or organizing a food drive to support your local food bank done in the comfort of your own home? Do it. Of course, I would be remiss to not inspire you to support those running for office who inspire you and make you feel good about the world, make you feel hopeful. Make a contribution if you can. Make phone calls. Write emails of support to friends who live in the district. That's how we change the world. That's our power and our influence. It's together. The power of influence, it's all the little things. Look for and find joy and then share it. Share your joy. Share your fabulous, sensational self right now with the world. We need you. Either small W, your world of family or friends, or a bigger W, your community, your state, your country. You find your influence by sharing your joy. We all need to raise our hands to take a lead right now, no matter what that looks like for you. And it really doesn't matter what it is, just know it will matter. Just now my phone dinged. It reminded me of a dinner I had planned 3 months ago with a friend. I looked down at my phone. I sighed. Another reminder of my old life. I wrote my girlfriend and told her what just had happened. Me too, she exclaimed. I had the same thought. I have so much to tell you, Patty. Even though I haven't been out of my house in 3 months, I have so much to share. I can totally relate. I know all of you can too. I leave you with a favorite quote from L.R. Nost that sustains me and yes, brings me tremendous joy and inspires me to make a difference each and every day, to be influential, small w or large W, depending on the day I'm having. Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break, and all things can be mended, not with time, but with intention. So go, lead intentionally, love intentionally. The broken world waits in darkness for the light that is you. Thank you. See you at the cocktail party.
Thank you, Patty. And now we will go to our award winners. HFN has nominated Christy Forbes, Director and Executive Vice President of 41 Madison. Let's hear from Christy about what it means to her to be a woman of influence.
Hello, HFN and the gift and home community, or I should say family. I love the gift and home industry, especially tabletop and housewares category. It's been in my blood since I was a young girl, passed down from my grandmother. I am beyond honored to be a part of the Women of Influence Awards Gala, and I thank HFN for this honor. I'm also very appreciative to be recognized with the other amazing women leaders that are being honored. I think the tabletop, housewares, and the design industries have a lot more gender diversity in leadership than it did when I started my career in the early 90s. In my 25 plus years in the industry, I've seen a steady increase of women in leadership positions. Each year, I see more and more women in executive roles that represent some of the world's top brands, and this is very inspiring. I'm also proud to say that female leadership is a root in value. Both of my predecessors in this position were extremely strong women. Not to mention, my immediate team is all female, so there's definitely an effort to foster growth and empower women to rise in this company. I was extremely fortunate to have strong female mentors early on in my career. A mentorship is very important in business. We definitely need more youth in the gift and home industry. I am most proud of my time spent on the advisory board of the College of Human Ecology at East Carolina University, where I graduated. I spent over 9 years working with students focusing on business, fashion merchandising, and interior design. My main focus was assisting students to find internships. I feel internships are so important and we need more of them in our industry. It was so gratifying watching these young women grow within their internship and then ultimately to a permanent position in the business world. I have always believed in the involvement of women groups, associations, and charities. We have some strong women organizations in our industry, but we need more, and we need to target generational diversity. Women need to support and empower each other. The woman that has empowered me most is my mother. She always said, I want you to be kind and courageous. I think it's a misconception that you are a woman in the business world and you can't be kind and strong at the same time. I have witnessed such amazing leadership during this pandemic from women who have exuded empathy and strength, which is exactly what we need at this time. I am very proud to be a part of this industry with such strong women, and I can't wait to see what we all do next.
Home Textiles Today has nominated Dipali Genka, CEO and Joint Managing Director of Wellspun India. Dipali will share her thoughts on being a woman of influence.
Hello everyone, hope you are well and safe. I wanted to thank HTT for selecting me as one of industry's women of influence. Deeply humbled by this recognition. Thank you HTT. I remember the time when I came on board of Wellspun India, 10 years back precisely. It really did create a flutter in the community and the industry, because I would have been the only woman at the helm of affairs in India for textiles. Today, as I look back, and I'm really proud, at Wellspun, we have around 25% women, and at all levels. And we are looking at taking it to 30%. Women do bring the emotional quotient apart from the IQ as well. I just wanted to share a little story at Wellspun, which is a threefold one. It embraces the art and craft, it embraces the women, and it also embraces the circularity. It's called a brand spun. It not only empowers the women so that the children can go to school, it also recycles and upcycles 2 tons of the waste that we generate, and we make rugs and carpets and cushions out of it. And we're really proud of it. I just wanted to again thank HTT and hope all of you stay safe.
Home Accents Today has nominated Connie Lineberry, Publishing and Marketing Executive. Connie, let's hear your thoughts on being a woman of influence.
When I joined Furniture Day in 1981, there were so few women in the furniture industry or involved really in many, many ways. Our company was one of the companies that really did have women not only as editors but also as salespeople. Through the years, it's amazing how that's changed in our industry, and I'm really proud to say I know so many companies now where women are presidents of the companies, lots of ownership, both retail and in the vendor side of the business. Who would have thought 40 years ago that a woman would be president of a rug company? I mean, come on, that was unheard of. But today I know several women that are presidents of rug companies. I know women that are running market centers, and I look across the industry that I love so much and I see people like Cindy Morris and Dorothy Belshaw that are critical to the industry in the roles that they play. So I think really it's a much better time for women in our industry across all categories. I was asked to talk about how I see the changes in our industry and the challenges that women still face. I have to tell you that there's been such an improvement in so many ways, and I say to my friends so often, if you don't feel you're being given the opportunities you think you're capable of, have a conversation. Have a conversation with the people that are running your business. Smart people look for smart people to surround them. That's the way you make business work, is surround yourself with people with good ideas and real determination to make a difference. And there are many of those out there. I would also say that one of the things I think women in upper management can do is to help young women. Set an example for them, help them, mentor them. I've had the great privilege of working with so many women that came into our organization actually, selling small space ads as telemarketers. And today those women are running this company. So, you know, I think part of that is the culture you work in and live in, and having the frame of mind to listen, to learn, and to always reach out and help others when you can.
Gifts and Decorative Accessories has chosen Nora Nepientek, founder of Nora Fleming. Nora, what are your thoughts on being a woman of influence?
Hey guys, it's Nora. Just wanted to say thank you so much for the wonderful honor of being awarded Woman of Influence, one of the women of influence within our industry. I couldn't be more honored, and I just wanted to give a huge thanks, shout out to everybody who voted. Let's see, I was asked to say a couple things about how things have changed within the industry since we started about 15 years ago for women. And I've seen a huge change in the last 15 years. There are many more women in powerful roles within many of the companies within our industry. Even if they didn't start a business, you know, they've come up within the business to take on some pretty powerful leadership roles. Even within Nora Fleming, two of our highest level management positions are filled by women. So I see a big change. I think that we have to keep at it with our girls, our young women, and let them know that that there's a lot of possibility out there. And there's also a lot of possibility for combining women and family. That's something I feel very passionate about, especially given the past year that we've had in the Nora Fleming family. We've had a lot of changes within our company, and we've had to really, and then COVID on top of that. So we really had to see, we've really had to nurture our women employees in their motherhood roles, as well as their business roles. So combining those two, I think, is going to be our next big challenge. I think with COVID, we've seen how powerful women can be. All people can be working from home, working remotely. Things don't have to be quite as structured as maybe we once thought. And Nora Fleming, I love having the camaraderie of having people come into the office a couple days a week. I think it's important just to kind of show face and get together and brainstorm ideas. But I think there's a lot of room for play in that, and how we can provide our employees a little more flexibility in their work structure so that they can become the best mothers and partners and family members and community members that they can be. It's very difficult to try and do it all and be in an office constantly while trying to raise a family, or help with elder parents, or help with special needs children, or help with loss in the family. So those are the changes I see happening. I'm super excited about it. I know within Nora Fleming, it hasn't changed the quality of our product. If anything, it's probably brought our quality up even higher, and our camaraderie even closer. So my wish for everybody is health and happiness this year. And again, thank you so much for the honor of being named one of the industry leaders this year. And I thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all back at market when hopefully this is all over. We'll all be back together again. Thanks so much. Bye.
Designers Today has selected Veronica Solomon, founder and interior designer of Casa Valora Interiors. Veronica, tell us your thoughts on being a woman of influence.
It's indeed an honor to be selected as Designers Today Women of Influence honoree. Thank you so much to Jane Dagny and the rest of the team. I am extremely honored. You know, when I started about 13 years ago, I had no idea what I was in for, and maybe it's a good thing. I knew that it would take some hard work. I knew it would take dedication. I knew that it would take some commitment and learning every day. But I did not realize that the one thing I was going to need is community. And in the beginning, I didn't quite have that, but I sought it out. And finally, I found a group of designers who were committed to each other's success, who were willing to invest in each other, share resources, ideas, so we could all grow together in this industry. And while we're growing in industry and we're claiming our place as the CEO of our companies, there are still some challenges that we face. There are challenges with vendor relations and consumer behaviors. But I find that we rise to the occasion, we pivot, we make the necessary changes that we have to within our companies, and we are claiming what we should in order to be successful. I am so thankful for this amazing opportunity to share this award with my community, with my group of amazing designers that I get the opportunity to lead every single day. And on behalf of them, I just want to say thank you for recognizing the hard work that we put in and that we're building this industry day by day, brick by brick. I am so thrilled that I get to be a part of all the positive changes that I'm seeing every single day. It is absolutely a great time to be an interior designer, business owner in this industry. On behalf of my community of designers, I want to thank Designers Today for selecting me as Women of Influence. Thank you so much.
Casual Living has selected Jackie Hershout, Executive Director of the International Casual Furnishings Association. Jackie, we look forward to hearing your thoughts.
I am extremely humbled to be selected as a woman of influence and want to thank BridgeTower Media for this honor, and as well as congratulate all of my peers in the class of 2020. Indeed, I began work in the furniture industry as a writer and editor of Furniture Today, and so this recognition is very special. I've been extremely fortunate to experience a professional career that's continually compounded as time has gone on. All but one of my bosses over the years has been male, each one in their own way, challenging me to perform to my fullest and serving as a cheerleader of my successes. I was extremely fortunate also to work for a very strong, very dynamic woman in my formative years, where I had the opportunity to observe her personal business style as a model and then develop my own way of looking at the job to do, along with the people and the places that created a team success. I learned how to be true to my own set of values, as well as recognize my personal strengths and create my own style of leadership. I joined the American Home Furnishings Alliance as Vice President of Public Relations some 20 years ago. And I remember that one of my very first queries from the media came from the Wall Street Journal for a story about women in the executive offices in the furniture industry. Needless to say, I had to work really hard to create a meager list of women occupying offices as president or vice president in furniture manufacturing companies. 2 decades later, that scenario is so very different. In large part, I think, because of the realization that female consumers are the strongest influencers of furniture purchases. I remember receiving a flurry of calls in those early days from many male company owners looking to add talented women to their executive teams. Today, I see a wide spectrum of talented women throughout leadership positions in home furnishings manufacturing and retailing. There's no question in my mind that women bring unique perspectives, ideas, and experiences to the table when important decisions are being made. And I truly believe that one of the best ways for rising women in the home furnishings industry to overcome challenges in the business world is to seek out a robust combination of both male and female mentors who are willing to engage with you and help you in your efforts to advance. At the same time, I'd heartily advise setting yourself up for the best healthy work-life balance. I thoroughly enjoy keeping up with all the family and kid news from all of the women I interact with regularly as a prelude to tackling business projects and challenges together. 6 years ago, I was invited to expand my public relations and marketing work for AHFA and step into the seat of the Executive Director of the International Casual Furnishings Association. I understand that my work with the outdoor furniture industry has given rise to this woman of influence distinction, and must note that I am privileged to work with an amazing group of professionals in the ICFA membership. Along with them, I'm the proudest of the significantly increased participation across the board in ICFA programs and activities, and the growing number of accomplished women who volunteer to lead, execute, and take part in this very dynamic organization. An annual educational forum has become a hallmark for ICFA as a perfect vehicle for learning, networking, and socializing, not to mention retail design tours, roundtable discussions, an annual awards gala, and so much more. And so, on behalf of manufacturers, retailers, independent sales representatives, and suppliers to the outdoor furnishings industry, I thank you again for this very meaningful distinction.
I am particularly proud to introduce you to Kia McSwain, who is our rising star. Kia is the president of the Black Interior Designers Network, which was created 10 years ago to promote diversity in the design industry and to help Black designers succeed in business. We are confident that Kia will help make our industry more inclusive and bring about lasting change. Thank you, Kia.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kia McSwain, President of the Black Interior Designers Network and Principal Designer at Kimberly & Cameron Interiors. I've been a professional in the industry since 2015, and during my tenure, I've not seen many women who look like me, nor did my mentor and founder of the Black Interior Designers Network, Kim Ward. Kim founded the Black Interior Designers Network to connect, support, and empower other interior designers that look like us, aiding them in resources, helping them with culminating their businesses, business practices, and networking skills was a big goal of hers and has now become a huge goal of mine. Kim was the visionary, and now I've been able to revolutionize what the network will bring to the interior design industry. I'm being recognized for the Women of Influence Award for 2020, and I couldn't be more grateful. Thank you.
Furniture Today has selected Judy Liebensberger of Ashley Furniture Industries. Judy will share with us her thoughts on being a woman of influence.
Thank you for this wonderful honor. I want to congratulate all those who were selected and really everybody in the audience. I think this industry is made up of such creative, bright, talented people who every day make their own mark in their own way. I wouldn't be here today without the help of three geniuses. My husband, Kerry, almost 52 years. I like to say I always wanted to walk a step behind him, but he always brought me up by his side to work right with him. To Ron Wanek, who hired us as a team but soon gave me my own role and my own voice. He sent me out into the factory to learn everything I could about Ashley, to listen, to meet people, to help solve problems. And today, a lot of those people, most of those people, 27 years later, are still at Ashley and a very important part of the Ashley family. Todd Wanek, our visionary, inspirational leader, who's let me do my thing all these years, even if sometimes he didn't know what I was up to. The three of them not only have let me fly, they've helped me soar. On my own, I set out to see how I could help Ashley achieve their mission. They wanted to be the best furniture company. I want to be my own best self, so I knew I had found my home. They included me in strategic planning. I attended classes in continual quality improvement with the executive team. I was part of those brainstorming the concept of Ashley Furniture Home Stores. I attended conferences with Carrie. Our favorite was one, and always we go every year, where they talk about the future. I think it must have been 24 years ago that we were at one, and I went up to three young guys who had Google on their name tag. And I said, Google? And they said, yeah, we're a search engine. Search engine? So now I know. I never knew it was going to become a verb. At that conference, we also heard a speaker who told us that someday we would be able to search for, select, and pay for an item all within less than a minute from a computer that we held in the palm of our hand. We brought this idea back to a meeting, a roundtable of furniture retailers who thought we were crazy. No way would furniture be sold online, and mattresses, no, not possible. My title in the industry is Mom. I was deeply involved with all at Ashley, our customers, our suppliers, our vendors. They came to me as their safe person to help solve problems, to share issues and their lives. Usually as companies grow, they depersonalize, but not at Ashley. Ashley is not just a furniture company. We are a family, the Ashley family. We're there for each other in good times and in bad. I want to leave you with some advice, as any loving mother would do. Learn everything you can about your company and the competition. Face challenges as learning opportunities. Be authentic. Be a great listener. Look to the future, which is changing at lightning speed. Understand the digital consumer. Be the problem solver, not the problem. Build a reputation of trust so people turn to you to help solve problems. Be passionate about what you do and work with people who believe in you, who build you up, and help you soar as high as you can fly. I appreciate this honor. I love the people in this industry. I've worked every day with passion and a full heart to help people be their own best selves, to help Ashley achieve their mission to be the best.
Now we have a special message from Annie Lee of Crestview Collection, who will introduce our legacy honoree.
Hi, I'm Anne Lee with Crestview Collection. The Legacy Award recognizes women who influence and inspire us with accomplishments, leadership, and strategic vision. I'm pleased to present the Legacy Award to a woman who amplifies these qualities. Please welcome the 2020 Legacy Award recipient, Caroline Hipple.
Hello there, my name is Caroline Hipple, and I am delighted to be a part of this inaugural Women of Influence honoring event. Thank you so much, Progressive Business Media, and all of the business titles like Furniture Today, Designers Today, Home Accents Today, HFN, Casual Living. Sorry if I've left anybody out. But the industry is so grateful to you for calling out some of these fabulous women that I'm honored to be a part of today. One of my favorite quotes is from Khalil Gibran, and it is that work is love made visible. And I think it's so apt as I think about my career and being a visual person in a visual industry, what an honor and privilege it's been to spend my career making love visible. I think back over a long career working in 3 amazing companies and now my 4th, Norwalk. I think about 3 overarching themes that have been present in my life, in my work life. And the first is making good design accessible. It's been such a joy to travel the world, to source textiles and product and bring them home, and now making in America beautiful products for our customers and theirs. Particularly, I'm a fabric nerd, I admit it. I just love the practicality and the beautiful beauty of textiles. Second, culture, the importance of putting people in the profit picture. I have lived to build business structures, good design of business, good design of products, and we've written a book about it called A Pathway to Profit, and our belief is in something called the culture of caring, where you put the interest of the individual and their growth right in the middle of the profit picture of the company. And by aligning those two together, you really benefit both the company from an earnings standpoint and the individual from a growth standpoint. They're not disparate, those two goals of people and profit. And so then third, teams, the wisdom of teams. It's the thing I love about working. You really see that love made visible in the intricate relationships that are formed by trying to accomplish goals together that are bigger than yourselves. I am so lucky to have been mentored by amazing people and to have teams to mentor myself. I think about the amazing women that I've worked side by side with in accomplishing our goals. I've had more challenges than most in my career, and I've had more blessings than most. And at this stage, I've come to really realize that those hard challenges have turned into the biggest blessings, and I'm so grateful for that perspective. Some of the women that helped me get through those challenges, I think of Liz and Sarah and Ashton and Libby and Anita and Chris, Nancy, Betsy, Martha, Barbara, Marie, Christina, Kelly, Melissa, Kara, Sheila, Mary. All of these women have been a part of the fabric of my life, and I'm so grateful for them. Then I think of the men in my life, particularly my mentor, Stuart Brown, and Jerry Bernbach, both of who are amazing men in our industry. And they both believed in women, and they believed in finding women that would be willing to take hard challenges and meet them. And maybe in my case, gave me more responsibility than either of them ever should. But then they pushed me to grow. And what they did that I think is amazing is they were honest with me, and they helped me see my strengths and weaknesses and helped me learn how to turn those weaknesses into strengths. And I'm forever grateful. I think of Tim and Troy and Dixon and Scott and Dan, who I work with today to bring the magic to Norwalk, and I couldn't do it without them. And I think about men and women. We need each other. We need to build teams through different strengths, different experiences. And I am so grateful that I'm on a team where we can debate and appreciate our differences and bring them together to make good things happen. I also think about With It and its role in the industry for 23 years, providing mentoring and education and leadership opportunities. I'm so grateful to be a part of birthing With It and still be a part of cheering it on today. And I think about Karen, who has been side by side with me in lots of different challenges throughout the years, and I'm so grateful for that role too. And I'm just so grateful to be a part of this. Thank you all again, and I look forward to seeing you at a market soon, sharing a hug and sharing a laugh. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to all of our honorees. We are so excited to celebrate your many accomplishments. Before we head to cocktails, we have a special message for you from Libby Langdon.
Thank you so much, Allison. Hello, fab females and women of influence in the home furnishings industry. I'm so glad to virtually be with all of you. This is such an exciting day, and congratulations to everyone. And I think when I was thinking about this, I think the true meaning of an influencer is someone who has the capacity to really have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone or something. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Being a person that can truly affect the path and trajectory of someone else's life, amazing. I think the key too is not just that you have the ability and the capacity to guide another person in a positive way, but the power in that is taking the time to actually share your experience and give your time to really help make that difference for someone else. By sharing your knowledge and the things that you have learned helps not only lift someone else up, but it gives you a sense of purpose and accomplishment in the most rewarding of ways. And oftentimes you can influence someone and not even know it, just by you being you, doing what you do and doing it the way you do it. We all have the power and responsibility to motivate and inspire who we work with and the next generation of young professionals. I think one of the most important qualities in leadership is hope. It's the belief in what can happen and the possibilities of what you can make happen. It's important also to remember for us to continue to grow in all aspects of our lives and keep finding ways to move through our businesses with fearlessness and positivity. It's aiming high, it's going for it, it's thinking outside the box, it's daring to try something new out of your comfort zone, it's taking chances, and I think most importantly, It's not worrying about what other people are going to think about you and not worrying about what other people are going to say about you. It's seeing opportunity and possibility when others might see obstacles and roadblocks. A favorite quote of mine is, "What would be the one thing you would do if you knew you could not fail?" What would be the one thing you would do if you knew you could not fail? It speaks to what goals you can set for yourself and then how to make a plan to make them happen. Action turns dreamers into doers. Action turns what ifs into look at me now. Actions are the way leaders are born. We need leadership forward facing and focused now more than ever before. And so I toast you all for making a difference in so many people's lives, and some you may not even know you touched. Congratulations and cheers. Please join us for a virtual cocktail hour, and keynote speaker Patricia Russo will be on as well to answer any questions and continue the discussion of leadership. Here's to you, ladies.
A very big thank you once again to our headline sponsor, Crestview Collection. I'd also like to thank our patron sponsors, Beatrice Ball, Ashley Home Furnishings, Howard Elliott, 41 Madison, and ICO. We greatly appreciate your support.
To me, being a woman of influence means to teach, to support, and then lead others on a path of discovering their purpose and offering to the world. Judy, you've always demonstrated support and confidence in me through the years of learning what I have to offer others. You did this with honesty and a personal connection that will never be forgotten. Thank you for inspiring me as a woman, as a leader, and as a human being.
Congratulations, Judy. Thank you for everything that you do for us.
Thanks for being an amazing friend and the best furniture mom anyone can have.
You are the person, the mother of Ashley Furniture and everybody within it. And I can't thank you enough for everything that you do for our organization. Congratulations on this fabulous award.
Congratulations, Judy, on your Women of Influence Award. We are so thankful to work with you.
Hey, Judy. Congratulations on being the recipient of Furniture Today's Women of Influence. I am so proud of you, and it's so well deserved. You are so inspiring, you are so smart, talented, and creative that how can we not want to be like you?
Thanks for keeping all of us front desk ladies in line all the time. I know it's a big job.
Hey Judy, congratulations, well deserved. I want to thank you for all the help over all the years.
Judy, thank you for validating and making every customer feel important, from the largest to the smallest.
We love and appreciate you, Judy.
For 23 years, Judy Liebensberger has been a great ambassador to Ashley Furniture by making sure there is not a detail missed at our furniture markets, showrooms, or special events. Congratulations, Judy, from the entire Ashley team for being chosen the Furniture Today Woman of the Year.
Congrats, Judy!
Women of Influence, congratulations to all of those being honored tonight. And a warm shout out to Jackie Hershot and Judy Liebensberger. And special attention's got to go to my dear friends and my partners in the Hall of Fame, Connie Lineberry and Caroline Hipple. Again, congratulations to everyone.
Connie, congratulations on your award for Women of Influence in the industry. I can think of no more deserving person. I think the world of you, and anytime you're going to say something, I'm certainly going to sit and listen. Congratulations once again.
Congratulations, Connie, or Mom, on being named a Woman of Influence in the home furnishings industry. I'm sure your peers and people like me that love and know you are excited for you. I know that you're typically like to be in the background, but congratulations on being nominated and recognized as the leader that you are. So many people have been blessed by your marketing knowledge, your creativity, as well as your business knowledge that I think the acknowledgement is long overdue. I'm grateful for you and for our industry, and I celebrate with you, and I love you.